Hi guys, welcome back. So here are our main note types that we are going to be talking about. The one on the very top of the list is called a quarter note, and you are going to see a lot of these, so these are your most important note to remember. Quarter note usually is going to get one count, and we base all of our other notes here off of how many times they can fit into a quarter note or how many times they divide a quarter note. So if you remember a quarter note is one count, you're going to be well on your way to figuring the rest of this out. And the one right below it is a half note, and a half note gets two counts. So it's the equivalent of two quarter notes. Quarter note gets one count and a half note gets two counts. The one right below it is a dotted half note, and a dotted half note is going to get three counts. So we have 1, 2, 3 counts right here in this list, and then a whole note is the one on bottom, and that's just a circle. It doesn't have a little stem like the other notes do. That's what we call a whole note, and it's going to last 4 counts. Then there's a break. So these first 4 starts with a quarter note, and then the values get bigger. So what quarter note gets 1 count, half note gets 2 counts, dotted half note gets 3 counts, and a whole note gets 4 counts. And then in these bottom 3 that you can see, they start to get a little bit smaller than a quarter note. So again, quarter note gets 1 count, and then this second item right here, there's 2 of them shown together, the little eighth notes with the stem between them, and that's probably your most stereotypical music note. Like when people picture music, they picture little eighth notes put together. And these are going to be half of a quarter note. And then the one that's shown next to it after the or is a single eighth note, and we call that having a flag on this side, the little curly thing on the side of it. So both of those are eighth notes, and each one of them is going to get half of a count. So you could fit 2 eighth notes into 1 quarter note. And then there's the dotted quarter note, which gets 1.5 counts. And so generally you're going to see a single eighth note after a dotted quarter, so that you can complete the counts and have 2 counts, and it's easier to figure. Okay, moving on. We know that in music there's not always sound 100% of the time. Rests are also very important, and so I've drawn some equivalent of rests and what they equal, and I want to apologize for the first one. You'll see in real music quarter notes are okay, but quarter rests are hard to draw. So, my apologies, you'll know what I meant when you see music. But there's the equivalence. So the quarter note has a quarter rest, and the half note has a half rest, is what we call it. And the way that helps me remember it is it looks like a hat, so it's a half rest. And the whole note has the whole rest next to it, and that looks like a hole in the ground, so it's a whole rest. And I apologize, a lot of my memory tricks are going to be for little kids because that's when I learned music, but they've helped me. And then an eighth rest is the one on bottom, the little circle with the curvy line and then the straight line. So these are going to be your rests that are equivalent to the notes that we just saw up here.